Hey guys, good morning. So, I actually already filmed 6 minutes worth of footage today, but the only part that actually remains relevant is the fact that I checked in for my flight. I woke up at like 5:50 something and checked in for my flight. I got A53 and A54, which is great because that's better than what I had last time. Parts that were not relevant was today was supposed to be my last dental appointment for my implants, but so they like worked me in. So I went at 1 and they took me a little bit later, like 1:30. But anyway, so they had like a plastic mold of what they're gonna look like. Sorry, my mouth is still a bit numb. And basically they were like, well, we want to make sure these are gonna work for you before we make the final ones. So originally it was going to be the final ones today, but because of my nickel and cobalt allergies, it complicates things a little bit. So the ones that they had me try on today were actually like had stuff that I was allergic to, so I could only have them in my mouth for like a couple of minutes, and they had to take them out. They just had to like make sure that it would work, like test my bite, test my talking, which is kind of hard to do when your mouth is numb, by the way. But and so they did that, and then they were like, okay, well, because you're not like a typical situation, like they can't just throw nickel in the crown and, you know, make it like most people can. It's going to take a little bit longer to get the final ones back, the teeth back. So as you can tell, nothing has changed. I don't have any front teeth right now. So they're going to send me like a little sliver of the metal that they're planning on using in the, to make the crowns that I have to wear under a band-aid for 24 hours to make sure I don't have some kind of reaction to it. Because that's safer than just testing it in my mouth, because like the worst that would happen is maybe I get some hives on my arm and that's about it. So I have to do that, and then December 10th they will, I don't have that metal yet, but they're gonna send it to me. December 10th I'll get the final crowns. So it's really because of the allergy that this had to be extended, because otherwise I could have just snapped them in today. But so it's going to be like another month and a half, which is really kind of frustrating to me because it's already been like two years and 17 days since this all started. A year and a month, so 13 months since I had the first surgery. I had the second one done in February, and then they've like replaced the healing abutments 3 times now. Well, I had them placed in February and July, and then they had to unscrew all these today and then screw them back in. So, third time these poor healing abutments have been messed with. But yeah, so that's basically how it's gonna work. So it was really kind of frustrating to me, and still kind of is, because it's like, you know, when you're waiting for something so long and you expect something to happen on a certain day, and then because of freaking anaphylaxis that I have, it can't happen until a month and a half from now. So it's kind of like, it's like I was prepared for, you guys saw all the emotions I went through, like preparing myself for this being my last trip here on a regular basis, and now it's like, oh well, I'm gonna be flying in like a month and a half. I'll be coming back sometime around the beginning of December. And disappointing because I'm just really tired of not having any front teeth, if you can imagine that. And so when you're so excited and thinking that something is going to happen and then it doesn't, I kept it together pretty well in the dentist's office. I don't think they could really tell, but as soon as I left, I just like wanted to cry and was just so frustrated. And I put this picture on Instagram, and it said, I am strong, but I am tired. And that's kind of how I feel. Like, so much like oral procedures and surgeries in the past 2 years, and it just gets to a point where you're just like, where I'm just like, I'm so tired. But there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, they are playing on the side of precaution. You know, they don't want me to have a a reaction to it, and they want to make sure that whatever they put in, it can be lifelong. So I understand where they're coming from and why it's necessary, but at the same time, as somebody who, was expecting a certain thing to be done today and then it's pushed off for another month and a half, it makes me a little bit, like, frustrated, sad, mad, everything you can think of. But there is literally nothing I can do about it. I can't change my genes and make myself not allergic to nickel any more than I can change my genes and not make myself have CF. If I could do that, that'd be great. But that's just not how life works. So, for now, just waiting for the next step in the process. I mean, I say I'm tired because it's been 2 years and it's going to take longer, but at the same time, it's been 2 years. What's another month and a half, in the grand scheme of things, November is probably going to go by really fast because I have my 5K coming up 5 weeks from tomorrow, and I'm going to be writing a novel with my brother for NaNoWriMo. We're going to do NaNoWriMo, and I'm going to finish my Breathing Roses book, and so November is probably going to fly by really fast. We're going to Disney Springs next week. We're going to a event at Tropicana Field in the end of November. So it's like, I have a lot of stuff in November to look forward to that, like, probably will make the month go by really fast. And also, nothing changes. Nothing got worse. There's literally, it's the same as I've been doing since February, So it's not like I'm in a worse off situation. I'm just not in a better situation yet. So, anyway, there's nothing I can do about it, and I can either sit here and be frustrated, or I can move on, and I'm going to try to move on, because I don't want to just ruin my night sitting here being frustrated. So I'm going to look forward to my flights tomorrow, which have a terrible weather forecast, so it's, the adventures of getting stuck in Baltimore might happen tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But just look forward to flying, look forward to the travel day I was look forward to seeing Panda, and the exciting things that are coming up in November, and then just take it one day at a time. And today may not have worked out like I wanted, but it will eventually. I will eventually get there, and so just gonna keep waiting for that. So that's all I've got for today. I will see you guys bright and early. I'm gonna go to bed about 6:30, 7:30. Right now I'm just hungry, but I'm waiting for my mouth to become unnumb. Talking kind of helps. It's like over here, I can't feel a thing. They have to numb it because they have to unscrew everything and rescrew everything. But anyway, so I'm gonna go to bed about 6:30, 7:30, and be up at 2 something for the airport again, and have a literally 10-hour and 5-minute day if I don't get stuck in Baltimore or St. Louis, or yeah. So anyway, that's all I've got. So thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today. And you know what? These vlogs are not always positive and upbeat. I'm a little more composed now. On the way home, I was basically listening to music and wanting to cry. But it is life, and life has its ups and its downs, and you roll with it, and you go with it, and you take it one day at a time. So thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.